Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're well.
Aston Villa.
Thank you for joining us for the manager's final pre-match press conference at the CFA ahead of Sunday's game against Villa. It's obviously a very busy room, so we'll take a show of hands for questions as ever. As Mike's the other side of the room, so please just bear that in mind when you're asking your questions. We'll start with Ian at PLP, please.
Hello, Pep. First of all, congratulations on a brilliant career here in the Premier League at Manchester City. How does it feel to be sat there about to say goodbye to this club?
Yeah, really satisfied. I don't know the right words. Really satisfied, happy and proud, and have been the experience, I would say, maybe of my life. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been 10 years. So I cannot be more grateful for the amount of love and affection that I had not today, these days, for many, many years, and nothing else. So.
Why now?
It's the time. It's not wake up, go to sleep one day, wake up in the day after and say, now is the time to leave. It is a process that I felt it for a while, and always the club respect me unbelievable for the fact the decision. The club has to be, of course, ready. And I felt that, listen, this job is every 2 days during many, many years, and Selhurst Park and Anfield and Madrid and FA Cup and now I have to see, live my life, at least see what happened. And 10 years is a lot of time, and I think the club needs, new manager, new energy, with these incredible players that we have right now, and start to write another chapter. When
was the first moment that you thought about leaving?
No, it's not about when. So it's not like I say today or tomorrow. It's a time that you feel okay. Let's do it, and it's not yesterday what happened. It was 1 week ago. It's a little bit, but of course we're in the competition. I want to be completely away from, because I need the players be with me and me with them. And when the moment we cannot fight for anything else because it's already achieved, so that is a moment to say, okay, I want to say proper goodbye to my people, on Sunday. I want to hug them, all of them, on the pitch, and that's why we announced them.
Hi, Pep. So what do you want to do next?
No, rest. No plans to training for a while. So need to, otherwise I will be here, and I need to step back. I will not train for a while.
The club news release said you're going to become a global ambassador for the City Football Group. What does that mean? And does that mean you might not be a manager again?
When we talk together, I said I would love to continue to be part of this club. So not a manager action, and I will not take absolutely zero decisions in that. It's just to be part of club. If they need me to represent or do something in many clubs that this organization has, I will be there. I like still to be, part of this club in a different role, completely different, not in the daily decisions, not in being in front of the spotlights, always behind the scenes, but I like to be part of that.
Hi, Pep. When Jurgen Klopp left, he said, I'm running out of energy. Is that a similar feeling that you have? Absolutely.
I have, I will not have. It's simple. I feel I will not have the energy that required to daily, every 3 days, expectations to fight for the titles with being in front of the players. I know myself. I have that season energy, but I feel I will not have. It's just, what is the reason? It's the time. It's 10 years. So the biggest decision to happen is because it's a question of, not because I'm not ambitious or I don't want to try it again. It's just, okay, Pep, after 10 years. So I'm thinking it's not good in organization have people for many years. It's good to shake, to move, new faces. It's really good for everyone. If I would not believe that, if they don't sack me, I would stay here. But I think it's the perfect moment, the perfect time, much better than the last season, for example. And don't take for granted. The season had been exceptional, fighting against Arsenal. This team until the last moment, winning 2 titles, 3 English competition, win 2, and fight every game like the team do it. So it's really, really good.
Can you just explain how much the job takes out of you? The amount of traveling.
No, they gave me everything. The job didn't take out anything. So it's my job. I know what it is and what's required, and I was ready. I'm ready to enjoy that. But there arrived a moment that said, so it's normal. So it's nothing special. The institution have incredible health. So it's in a good position, and everyone will push to continue to be there.
Hi, Pep. When did you tell the players that you were definitely going to leave?
This morning.
How did they react?
The speech was a disaster. I was so nervous, more than ever. And yeah, I tell them like I'm telling all of you. So the question that require that I have this passion, energy that always I had since a little boy, but now I feel that I won't have in the future. And I have to be honest, incredible myself, but especially for the club that gave me everything, the people that rely on me, incredibly.
What state do you leave the squad and the club in, leaving the club now, as perhaps compared to the one that you inherited 10 years ago?
It was good in that moment, and it's good maybe in terms of result, ever better. But always I said, so with what I said before in the legacy, so I took, 93-20 seconds, the Agüero goal is the biggest moment of this club, and that is legacy. I heritage that moment. So my players with experience, with Bini, with Zabaleta, with many things, many entire players, and we have to continue to grow. That is what the clubs must be.
Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher don't always agree, but they do agree that you are the greatest manager of all time.
Good.
How does that sit with you?
Take a beer with them. Harry, what do you think? Gary and Jamie deserve it? They are United Liverpool fans. Listen, honestly, I don't know. No, I don't know, honestly. So I know I had incredible success in my time as a manager, and it's nice, to be there. So one of the biggest compliments I had, I got a message for Sir Alex Ferguson yesterday, 2 days ago, and that made me so happy. I got a message from Kevin today, from Manu Akanji was here, and that is the reason why, make me feel how happy and fortunate we are. So I am. So it's not important. It's this type of debates. I've been happy doing my job in Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and here, and I did my best. I give everything until the last drop of my what I have. So, and that is I'm living with incredible peace of my sense of peace of my soul that I give everything to do this club, in better position, and the people especially enjoy what we have done these 10 years, and many people is involved in that.
We've certainly enjoyed it. Thank you.
Okay.
Hi, Pep. It's 9 years ago today since the arena attack in Manchester. You spoke in your farewell video about that and the strength that the people showed here at that point. And also you referenced the Tony Walsh poem as well in that video. I just wonder, what do the people and the spirit of Manchester mean to you?
When you live 10 years here, you know all the corridors of that city, in the good and the bad ones. Okay, it was important. Chris, the mother of my kids, and my little daughter was in the arena in that moment, and they were lucky that other people was not. And always every year, and today is the 9th anniversary, always is present in my family a lot. So, and when you live 10 years, you are not just a part to Etihad Stadium, CFA. So you are living the city. You know the city. You try to ask. My summer visits every day with us. So, and that is what I will try as with the club reflect what means. My time. So it's not about, of course, when you win 20 titles, it's because that's why we have been 10 years. So being manager, you have to win, otherwise they sack you. And that's why I've been 10 years. But a part of that is not just that. So the phone call from Kevin means everything for me. Everything. More than, because title is nice, it's here to watch it, but this is the memories that you get, and you have a lot, and it's so special.
And the club have announced today that the North Stand is going to be renamed the Pep Guardiola Stand. How does that make you feel?
Oh, God. No speechless, no words. What can I say? Khaldun called me this morning and said that the club took that decision, so no, what I say, no words. So I like to feel that my vibe or my energy will be there forever, so I like that feeling. In the bad moments when someone want to look there and said Pep there, I'm the Pep, so okay, I will send good energy for the team, for the club. It's an incredible, maybe the huge honors I can get. So just can say thank you so much to the club to deliver to me and to my family with the name. My father that tomorrow will come, on Sunday will come, with 94 years old, will come to watch the game. It's an incredible honor to have his name, in this beautiful place. So speechless, I have no words.
Hi, Pep. Over the 10 years, you mentioned 20 trophies. What are you most proud of that you've achieved on the field, and what do you think you'll remember most in years to come?
I don't know. It's a question for the people. Hopefully they enjoy watching us play. The moments was fun, and the moments we played really, really good. Another ones was not, but it's happened in 10 years. But all the trophy has been good. I would say the first Premier League is important. Of course, I cannot deny the Champions League. After many years, try to, to be close, but all of them. So what I said before, going to Wembley 24 times, I think that would define. There is one sentence now coming in my memory, talking with Noah Gallagher, said one day, 2 years ago. So that we were a team that we were not able to win 4 games in a row, and now we are going 4 Premier Leagues in a row. So, and I said, wow, that is a good sentence, that is maybe this club, since I think Abu Dhabi took over, make an incredible step, to define what has become. And be part of that made me so proud, so happy.
Hey, Pep, congratulations. Can you just share what Sir Alex Ferguson said to you in that text message, please?
Well, with his Scottish accent, I struggled. It was I didn't talk. It was I will call him back for sure. Congratulate for the, for the trajectory, for what we achieve. It means a lot to me. Right. It's not to be humble enough, but he's the greatest in this country. So the tenor, the times, and for many, many reasons. And I'm so happy. Like I missed a lot Johan Cruyff, that he was not able to witness, what we live. I'm happy that Sir Alex Ferguson, the greatest, could. I know. I'm pretty sure, Sir Alex, we are not, again, the nosy neighbors. We are the neighbors, just the neighbors. So, and I'm happy that he was there to watching us. I'm so happy.
And when you came here on your first day, 10 years ago, how long did you think you would last here at that point, and why did you think you stayed for so long?
Not 10 years in. I said many times, impossible. So I came for 3 years and said, let's see what happened, and the rest is history. I think if we continue, it's because we were comfortable, both parts, the club and myself, we were so comfortable being together. It helps me a lot. The Chiqui was here, the Ferran was here, we met each other, so I was incredibly protected. The manager had been protected for the hierarchy, and I've been incredibly protected. And of course, the titles makes that you continue, but this support helps to win that titles that make you, continue. So that related is so important.
Hi, Pep. You obviously won 20 trophies, played amazing football, unbelievable sort of 80-odd players I think you coached here. As important is it what you leave the club, which is a squad that is young, it's on its way up, it's got a very bright future, and also that how you've elevated the club to be at that, as you always used to say, always there at the end, being there, sort of competing. Is that as important as all the trophies, the sort of where you've taken the club to?
Well, it helps. I think it's important to arrive in a club when the standards are so high, because that is the level you have to do. That is push each other. But the future must be win every training session, every single day. The future will not be given, so you have to do it, and they will do it. But I know the club, I know the people.
Hi, Pep. You seem very clear-minded that now's the time. You said it's not good for people to be at the club for too long, and 10 years is enough. But when you first kind of started to think that might be the case, was it a tougher decision than that. And since you decided, up until now, did you ever think, actually, I could stay? How have the emotions been over the last month or year or so?
It's what I said before. When I took the decision, is because the decision has been made today for tomorrow. It's not a process that that does require have to breathe and it's a natural situation. So we have a moment, and after when I decide to start to say to the club, maybe maybe it will be the last season, and the club say, Pep, take time, think about it. Maybe you can do it one more year and whatever. And after that, when there arrive a moment, I said, it's the time that it's better, to another energy come here.
You said you're going to have a rest for quite a while. Do you think you're going to enjoy that rest, or are you going to be like a Roy Hodgson guy who just needs to manage and work?
But listen, many people, when I started, my closest people, when I said, it will be my last season, I said, after 3 months you will come back. I said, maybe, but I need to prove it. I don't think so, to be honest. I would take a while, time I would not. But I have to prove myself, and for that I have to be. So it's not 10 years. I've been except half year in New York. I've been 70, 80 years, every 3 days. And the people demanding travels, and when the Premier League, so the league is a disaster. And I need to breathe a little bit and relax. I'll be a white for a while. That is my feeling right now.
So they might be there for 10:30 p.m. on Saturday evening.